What's up, gang? Today we are talking the district boot.
Yeah, the district boot. Open toe, like super forgiving for anybody's size foot, and it's still got some of the bells and whistles that you find on our higher end boots.
Yeah, I definitely, this is a boot that Chad Sharp has rode for a long time. He rides a district board. It's definitely a boot that a higher end rider can ride that's an open toe, and it kind of accommodates the best of both worlds.
Yeah, for sure. It just helps bridge that gap between some of the super cool features we talk about on the high end and more of that entry level as you're just getting into things. With the open toe, like you've got tons of flexibility when it comes to like if somebody's got a certain size foot or if your foot's still growing, you have that adaptability with these.
Yep. Like we were talking about earlier, the boathouse board where you have a boot for the gang, and it's a boot that can accommodate different riding levels, styles, and different sizes.
Yeah, for sure. And it still has some of those features that you'll see on our higher end with like that stage 2 foam on the liner, right? So we've got softer foam where you want it as it's wrapping around your foot to be nice and comfortable. But we've got stiffer foam when it comes to actually getting the responsiveness out of the boot and changing from edge to edge.
Very cool. Let's talk about the liner.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pumped on it. Like it's obviously a formula that we've spent a ton of time refining, and we've come to where like exactly where that foam needs to be to like still feel supported but have that flex. It's definitely an upgrade from our stage 1 foam that you'll find in the Divide.
Very cool, very cool. Overall materials, after talking about the liner, what are we working with? What makes this boot up?
Yeah, so what's cool about like some of our lower end boots is like they still have all of those gadgets that you'll find at the high end, right? Like we're still using the same lace locks, the same lace, the same base plate, right? And a lot of, in a way you could look at it like, oh, why don't we just find a more cost-effective option to make those for a more like cost-effective boot? But no, like we have our non-negotiables. We want to make sure that your laces are staying nice and tight, like you're getting those same gadgets as the high end.
Exactly. There comes a point that regardless of what level and what price point you're at, you need to feel confident
For sure.
in the product. And when the different stages doesn't mean that you need to shortcut.
Yeah.
Like how you call them the non-negotiables.
Right.
I think that's a really good way of looking at that.
Right, like we want to make sure your ankle and your entire foot is supported through the entire set, right? Like we don't want you to get them nice and tight on the dock or the start dock or the swim platform, and then like at the end they're way too loose. Like those non-negotiables, making sure that we've still got a really good product throughout the whole set is important.
Very cool, very cool. Let's talk about the chassis.
Yeah, so brand new for this year, constantly refining those already out there designs. We've refined our mainframe design to be the mainframe 2.0, and this one features the low cut skeleton. So it's not going to go quite as high up on your lower calf, but it's going to have a more rigid connection between the shell of the boot and the base plate. And what that'll result in is just a more durable boot, a boot that's more cohesive with communicating with the base plate and the board and the liner. Like having a more solid connection between that shell and that base plate will really pay dividends.
Right, for a boot that's not necessarily the high end, you're still getting that communication, that feedback. You're still
Yeah, it can put you on the right trajectory, right? Like say your foot's still growing, this is a great way to get some of those features from the higher end closed toe stuff without having that price tag or without having the limitations of a closed toe boot.
Talking about growing feet, we got, let's see here, 3 size options.
Yep, 3 size options. So we'll have our 5 to 7.5, our 7.5 to 10.5, and then our 10.5 to 14.5. So we'll break that down into 3 sizes. Basically, a boot for everybody, right? Like a lot of those sizes can span a larger weight range because in wakeboarding it's so forgiving with different weighted people, right? Like it's not super critical that you be on this style board versus that style board. So with the open toe, you have the same forgiveness in your boot as you do with the size of your board.
Yeah, 5 to 14.5 is a massive range.
That is, yeah. So we split that up into 3 sizes.
Very accommodating.
Very accommodating, for sure.
Let's talk about the flex and the feeling.
Yeah, so the flex on this one is going to be a bit stiffer than our Divide boot, but a little less stiff than that Anthem boot. It still uses the stage 2 foam in that liner, so it's a 5 out of 10 flex rating. It's stiff where you need it to be. It's soft where you appreciate that extra comfort.
Very cool, very cool. And for a boot that has been around for a long time, you know, where do you see it going? And like, it's had a pretty popular run. I would have to say that this is a really great boot for, you know, middle America of, you know, recreational wakeboarding.
Yeah, I agree, man. I appreciate that we can add some more like designs to this boot, right? Like we obviously make our divide boot work for everything because that's important that it matches every board. But with the district, we really get to kind of spread our wings as Ronix and just like put our own logos on it, dress up the design a little bit, and that all kind of goes around the increased amount of features that come with the district over